एक बेसिक अगर हमने कॉन्फिडेंस के बारे में कोई बिलीफ बनानी हो कि कॉन्फिडेंस होता क्या होता द अर्लीस्ट थिंग दैट आई अंडरस्टूड अबाउट इट वाज बिलीविंग इन योर एबिलिटी टू फिगर थिंग्स आउट.
Talking about confidence, everyone would have a different definition for that. For the first 18 years of my life, I was 44 kgs heavier. For me, building confidence meant only one thing. That was, building that body confidence.
I feel confidence is more of a vibe that you get once you become skilled, once you do something that you are scared to do, or something that scares you, or something which instills fear in you. लेकिन उस चीज को बार बार करके आपकी वाइब इतनी स्ट्रांग हो जाती है कि अब आपको उससे डर नहीं लगता and it becomes a second nature.
If your nutrition is good, if you are working out enough, if your sleep is good, आपका neurotransmitter function better होगा, right? Your brain chemicals, dopamine is directly linked with confidence, right? So think about dopamine, think about serotonin, you'll feel happy. By the way, tattoos of neurotransmitters. So ये सिर्फ हवा में बात नहीं है, scientific भी है कि मतलब ये तो this is directly linked to your health. So work on your health.
Confidence is not about being the best. It's about believing that you are worthy of being your best. ध्यान दीजिएगा, your best, not anyone else. नमस्ते guys, my name is अभिनव महाजन और स्वागत है आपका एक और पावरफुल एपिसोड में of your favorite talk show, Being Men. And आज हम बात करेंगे एक बहुत ही कॉमन एंड बहुत फेमस टॉपिक के बारे में जिसके बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन्स हैं, जिसका नाम है कॉन्फिडेंस, विद वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट एंड मोस्ट कॉन्फिडेंट मैन दैट आई हैव एवर मेट, मिस्टर यशवर्धन स्वामी.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू. और कॉन्फिडेंस की मैं भी एक डेफिनेशन सोच के आया था, बट आई एम नॉट इवन सेइंग दैट नाउ बिकॉज योर डेफिनेशन is the most apt definition of confidence one can have,
right?
Because you specifically mentioned the best version you can be. It's not about being that version right now, it's the best version one can be. Yes. Great definition as always, and great introduction as always, Abhinav. So Abhinav, today you only do the defining. So confidence, how would you define confidence apart from the definition?
Right. तो एक बेसिक अगर हमने कॉन्फिडेंस के बारे में कोई बिलीफ बनानी हो कि कॉन्फिडेंस होता क्या होता द अर्लीस्ट थिंग दैट आई अंडरस्टूड अबाउट इट वाज बिलीविंग इन योर एबिलिटी टू फिगर थिंग्स आउट.
यस.
बट अगेन ये बहुत ही एक कॉम्पैक्ट डेफिनेशन है. अगेन जस्ट लाइक एनी वर्ड दैट एग्जिस्ट इन द डिक्शनरी, दिस इज जस्ट अ वर्ड. आई फील कॉन्फिडेंस इज मोर ऑफ अ वाइब दैट यू गेट once you become skilled, once you do something that you are scared to do, or something that scares you, or something which instills fear in you. लेकिन उस चीज़ को बार बार करके आपकी वाइब इतनी स्ट्रांग हो जाती है कि अब आपको उससे डर नहीं लगता and it becomes a second nature. I think that is when you get a confident vibe.
ये आपने बड़ी क्रेजी बात करी है बिकॉज दो चीज़ होती हैं, कॉन्फिडेंस एंड कॉम्पिटेंस. एंड इन द एंड कॉन्फिडेंस इज बिल्ट फ्रॉम competence.
Right.
Confidence in simple terms is essentially believing your own abilities. Competence is having those abilities. ये नहीं है कि आज मैं सोच लूँ कि यार I'll become the best entrepreneur of the planet, but skills कोई नहीं है.
Right.
कल तक मैंने आज तक कुछ किया नहीं है, but मैं today I start thinking I'm the best.
Right.
That's like I think that would be stupidity. So confidence comes from competence and build those skills.
Right.
Lesson number 1: build those skills, become the person.
Right.
राइट. सो टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉन्फिडेंस, अब डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस की बात करते हैं. जैसे आपने अभी मेंशन किया कि इट्स जस्ट अ वर्ड, राइट? एवरीवन वुड हैव अ डिफरेंट डेफिनेशन फॉर दैट. एवरीवन हैज लिव्ड अ वेरी डिफरेंट लाइफ. सो दोज हु आर लिसनिंग टू दिस, हर किसी के लिए कॉन्फिडेंस की डिफरेंट डेफिनेशन होगी. मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ. फॉर द फर्स्ट 18 years of my life, I was 44 kgs heavier. For me, building confidence meant only one thing. That was, building that body confidence. So let's start with different types of confidence for men. And start करते हैं body confidence से. Body confidence, as the name suggests, body पे confidence होना अपने. And lot of times in our lives, especially as men, we become one-sided.
Right.
कि सिर्फ करियर पे फोकस कर रहे हैं तो यार सिर्फ मनी के बेसिस पे कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा.
Yes.
Which is wrong. There are different kinds of confidence and उससे स्टार्ट करते हैं. बॉडी कॉन्फिडेंस को यहाँ 2 parts में डिवाइड किया हुआ मैंने. थिंग्स वी कैन कंट्रोल, थिंग्स वी कैन नॉट कंट्रोल. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद थिंग्स वी कैन कंट्रोल. फर्स्ट इज बॉडी फैट, मसल, लूजिंग बॉडी फैट एंड न्यूट्रिशन इन रिलेशन टू दैट पे वी ऑलरेडी हैव एन एपिसोड. Next is grooming. Abhinav, no one can define this better than you. How does grooming help your confidence?
It does a lot. See, how actually confidence happens is through a feedback loop, as you mentioned. That competence is like the heart of confidence. You know, we will talk about fake it till you make it part also, but अगर confidence feel करना चाहो वो तो कोई भी कर सकता है. इस time मैं बोलूँ confident feel करना चाहता हूँ, हाँ मेरे सीना पीछे हो गया. एंड आई ऑल्सो यूज टू गिव दिस एडवाइस इन माई यूट्यूब वीडियोज़. कॉन्फिडेंट होना, अपना पॉस्चर ठीक कर लो, अपनी गर्दन ठीक होनी चाहिए, एंड एवरीथिंग नीड्स टू बी ऑन पॉइंट एंड यू विल लुक कॉन्फिडेंट. बट लुकिंग कॉन्फिडेंट वर्सेज बिकमिंग एक्चुअली कॉन्फिडेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस आता है. तो इट इज़ लाइक अ फीडबैक लूप. वाई? बिकॉज कॉन्फिडेंट दिखना, लेकिन कॉन्फिडेंट सही में होना, उसमें कॉम्पिटेंस आती है, एज यू मैंशन. एंड आई हैव दिस 4 steps फीडबैक रूल कि कॉम्पिटेंस से आप ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट बनते हो, कॉन्फिडेंट से आप एक्शन लेने की ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस और आती है, एक्शन लेते हो रिजल्ट आता है, रिजल्ट मतलब बाहर की दुनिया से हमें फीडबैक मिलता है, और उसके बाद आप और ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटेंट होने की कोशिश करते हो. तो दिस इज़ वेयर ग्रूमिंग ऑल्सो लाइज. एंड दिस इज समथिंग आई रियलाइज्ड क्वाइट लेट. आई फोकस टू मच ऑन माई बॉडी इन द बिगिनिंग व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग मोर कॉन्फिडेंट. आई थिंक हम दोनों काफ़ी सेम स्टोरी शेयर करते हैं कि हमारा जो शुरुआत हुई है वो बॉडी से हुई, एंड दैट इज़ वाई वी आर स्टिल इन फिटनेस एंड हेल्पिंग पीपल टू बिकम मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड कंफर्टेबल विद देयर बॉडीज. सो ग्रूमिंग से क्या होता है कि पहले तो बॉडी जब हमारी अच्छी लगनी शुरू हुई तो हमने बॉडी के बारे में बोलना शुरू किया, बिकॉज बॉडी कॉन्फिडेंस इज ऑल्सो काइंड ऑफ अ ग्रूमिंग कॉन्फिडेंस. यू आर ग्रूमिंग योर सेल्फ बाय बिकमिंग लीनर, शार्पर, गेटिंग बैक इन शेप. एंड सेम थिंग हैपन्स विद ग्रूमिंग. सो यू टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर स्किन, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ हेयर, taking care of the clothes that you are wearing, the kind of shoes that you are wearing, and your overall personality. And you go out in the world, आपको एक feedback मिलता है दुनिया से. Earlier, let's say हम दोनों, you were losing fat, I was trying to gain muscle. जिम में सब आके कहते थे भैया what a transformation, you know, आपकी जैसी body चाहिए, आपकी जैसी body चाहिए. That used to give us confidence, but after a while वो एक बिल्कुल ना एक स्टेबल चीज़ बन जाती है, वो फ्लैट लाइन हो जाती है कि हाँ अब तो पता ही है ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट आना है. So that is not like now a source of confidence. That becomes a very natural state of being for us.
Yes.
But then when it comes to your body, you start grooming. And जब आप grooming करते हो, then you go outside, then you get feedback कि भाई you're looking good in that particular shoe. ये आपके कपड़े अच्छे लग रहे हैं, या you know your skin quality is getting better, आपका glow अच्छा है, आपकी vibe अच्छी है, your communication skills are getting better. And this was something I experienced when I went into modeling. जब starting में you know body I had made, but still वो grooming skills मैंने काफ़ी हद तक modeling में सीखे. So I think वो grooming जो एक factor है, वो आपको एक फीडबैक लूप से वो ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट फील करने में हेल्प करता है. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, एनीथिंग दैट वी वांट टू फील कॉन्फिडेंट इन, वेदर इट्स स्पोर्ट्स, स्टडीज, वर्क, करियर, रिलेशनशिप, एनीथिंग, योर यू नो इट इज़ अबाउट फीडबैक. सो विद ग्रूमिंग you start getting that feedback, and people, when they see that you are taking care of yourself, I think that is also an important factor when you really want to be more confident, not just look confident, but actually feel that confidence when you go out in the world, because you get the respect from people for working on yourself hard.
Yes. बहुत अच्छा पॉइंटर है. जैसे आपने पॉस्चर की बात करी, एक छोटी सी चीज़ शेयर करना चाहता हूँ. जॉर्डन पीटरसन की बुक है 12 रूल्स ऑफ लाइफ, उसका फर्स्ट चैप्टर इज अबाउट पॉस्चर. लॉजिक समझाता हूँ, बड़ा सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. लॉजिक आया है लॉबस्टर्स से. लॉबस्टर्स में क्या होता था, जो बेस्ट लॉबस्टर होता था उसका पॉस्चर अपराइट होता था ज़्यादा. बाकी जो लॉबस्टर्स हार हुर जाते थे एक दूसरे से लड़ के, गाइस स्पेसिफिकली, उनका पॉस्चर थोड़ा हर्स्ट बैक होता था.
अल्फा लॉबस्टर.
यस, हाँ, वो अल्फा हो जाता है कि मतलब वो बेसिकली यूज्ड टू बी अ साइन कि यार दिस पर्सन इज अ विनर, राइट? एंड इफ वी लिंक इट टू समथिंग कॉल्ड एसोसिएटिव कोहेरेंस, दिस मेक्स सेंस फॉर अस आल्सो. See, understand that if I don't know you personally enough, I look at you for the first time, right? My brain would make a perception and image of you automatically, even if I don't think about you.
Yes.
Right? So there, the way you are looking, your grooming, your body, all of these things would actually build a picture in my mind from day one.
Yes.
Even when I don't know you, even when I haven't talked to you. And you know, our eyes keep on scanning throughout.
Yes.
So that's one thing where, you know, having a good physique, good clothing, grooming, all of these things can actually help a lot.
Right.
एंड आपने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंटर बताया अपनी जर्नी से कि यार जब एक बार बॉडी बिल्ड होगी, दैट्स जस्ट द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, दैट्स नॉट द एंडिंग पॉइंट. बहुत बार क्या होता है, आई हैव सीन विद लॉट ऑफ गाइज हु हैव बिल्ट ग्रेट फिजिक हो गया, उसके बाद दे आर लाइक ओके आई डोंट हैव एनी अदर मिशन, एंड उसके बाद रुक जाते हैं, उसके बाद दे आर लाइक यू नो व्हाई आर थिंग्स नॉट फाइन इन माई लाइफ, राइट? बॉडी, योर फिजिक, grooming, all of these things are just the starting point, but they are a great starting point. Reason for that is they are great for building competence, because body build kar rahe ho, you need confidence, you need consistency, right? कंसिस्टेंसी, इफ यू आर कंसिस्टेंट एंड डिसिप्लिन्ड ओवर टाइम, अच्छी मील्स खा रहे हो, वर्कआउट जा रहे हो, आपका खुद की कॉम्पिटेंस एक बिल्ड हो रही है कि यार डिसिप्लिन एक स्किल बिल्ड हो रही है, कॉन्फिडेंस तो ऑटोमेटिकली बिल्ड होगा. बट अगेन दैट्स लाइक लेवल 1. देन यू गेट टू लेवल 2, लेवल 3. नेक्स्ट इज थिंग्स वी कैन कंट्रोल. अगेन बॉडी फैट आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, मसल्स कंट्रोल कर सकते हो. अगर इफ यू आर समवन जो अपने जेनेटिक्स पे डाल रहे हो कि यार जेनेटिक्स की बात है, तो first 18 years of my life I was fat, first 18 years of Abhinav's life he was skinny.
Yes.
Right, so understand these two things that you can definitely control your body fat, muscles, and obviously grooming you can control. एक और भी चीज़ बताता हूँ, grooming पे बहुत लोग ये सोचते हैं कि यार I need branded clothes, I need a lot of money.
Right.
But अब ये वैसा you can tell better because I don't do shopping and all these things like at all. But Instagram पे मैंने काफ़ी रील्स देखी हैं कि वो cool looking लोग जिन काफ़ी cool लग रहे होते हैं, they are like 300 रुपीज़ का ये है, 200 का ये है and all that stuff. So do you believe that ये जो grooming and clothing all these things you need brands और या काम चल जाता है?
See, honestly, जब मैं घर पे होता हूँ या I have friends over at my place, I just wear a good boxer and just a sando in summers and that's all, right?
Yes.
तो इसके ऊपर मेरा सिर्फ एक सिंपल सा लाइफ को जीने का तरीका है कि गंगा गए गंगादास, जमुना गए जमुनादास. It depends on.
Explain करो, ये मेरे सर के ऊपर से निकल गया.
So it depends on like जहाँ आप रहते हो, like जिस social circle में आप रह रहे हो, there is a reason because there is some kind of exchange that's happening with any kind of social circle that you're being with. So you have a social circle that accepts you for being raw and you can be anything, you can be yourself. Being with them, they are like the closest to you. But you also have professional circles around you who are constantly judging you, and you, especially you and me being leaders for our teams and stuff, we have to present ourselves in a certain manner so that वही जो feedback loop है, we can demand or not demand, we can get that kind of a respect because जब आप देखते हैं तो that certain kind of a look
image
आपकी होती है. And yes, a certain amount of image is created from the branded clothes that you wear. It does matter. I won't say you need to go for like over the top, like for someone who is a beginner like Gucci or Armani, but at least well fitted clothes and good fabric that covers the silhouette of your body. Branding है नहीं है, it does not matter.
Yes.
But it should look like, you should look premium.
Yes.
You should look better. So yeah, branding, and unfortunately in today's world that we live, that kind of look we usually get from branded clothes, unless you really have that ability to वो जो gray area, gray markets होती हैं वहाँ पे जाके select कर सको. But it does matter, not the branding but the fabric, the fitting, how it's covering your body and how you're actually looking in those clothes.
Makes a lot of sense, and in the end it's like who is wearing the clothes is more important than the clothes. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप फोकस ना करो, फोकस जरूर करो, बट आपको गुची अरमानी की जरूरत नहीं है.
Yes.
Maybe Zara over my head आ रहा है example.
Yeah, but again, if you are in that circle, if you are constantly at a point जहाँ पे आपके आसपास का professional circle इस तरह का है जहाँ पे Gucci, Armani ये सब कुछ बहुत चलता है, it will not actually harm you if you can afford that. You don't need to like rip off your pocket and जो आप नहीं afford कर सकते वो नहीं लेना. But if you can afford that, then it's actually a good thing if you actually go for these branded stuff. At the end of the day, as I said, Ganga gaya Gangadas, Jamuna gaya Jamunadas, it's better for your own survival. It's kind of a survival mechanism itself.
Right. Makes sense. Yes, that actually makes a sense. A lot of sense. I read this book called Games People Play. काफ़ी हद तक वो बुक मेरे सर के ऊपर चली गई, बट एक मैंने चीज़ उसमें I learned was that you only engage with people who play similar games as you.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that actually defines
Yes,
what you just
yes,
said.
yes.
And
I love it how you bring out this psychological and this neuroscience in this whole thing.
Past 4-5 years, that's what I've been doing, and
I love it.
that is something which which has helped me a lot throughout, and trying to help others.
I love it.
Via
Like when I see our episodes, like this is a distinct kind of a thing that I can see. The way that you explain the things, I'm like, if I'm someone who's looking, and my father actually has a compliment for you. So he just gave me, he called me a few days back, and I asked him, how did you find our channel, the new launch and stuff? He's like, Yash is very, very smart. He looks very intelligent, very suave, and very well spoken. मैं कहा डैड मैं अच्छा मेरा तू तो ठीक है कर रहा है बढ़िया है तेरा
Exactly, same thing happened for me.
तेरा तो पता ही है.
Same thing happened with me. I think I told you earlier also कि dad was like अभिनव की क्या पर्सनालिटी है. I was like, good.
डैड जो वो तरह हाथ में जो लड्डू होता है वो नहीं पसंद आ रहा था, दूसरे के हाथ का लड्डू पसंद आ रहा था. स्कूल जाते थे दूसरे का टिफिन ज़्यादा अच्छा लग रहा था, अपना नहीं लगता कभी. तेरी मम्मी ज़्यादा लगाती है.
Perfect. ये बात थी थिंग्स वी कैन कंट्रोल. एंड गाइज यू कैन कंट्रोल योर बॉडी फैट, योर मसल्स, योर ग्रूमिंग. यू डोंट नीड गुची प्राडा. यू जस्ट नीड टू लुक नाइस. एंड इंस्टाग्राम रील्स ज़्यादा देखा करो. यू गेट दोज आइडियाज. एंड Abhinav, I've actually seen people who are looking pretty cool. Total 2,000 rupees में काम चला रखा, which is like, you know, which is possible. But again, like we discussed, कि in the end, Ganga Das जाए Ganga
गए गंगा दास, जमुना गए जमुना दास.
Yes, so basically, depending upon your circle, also that matters. But don't think that, you know, that is the thing which changes the game.
Yeah.
It's a very small thing.
Yes, like you're not trying to get accepted in that circle. But again, as Yash like was spot on and bullseye, sometimes you have to play the game that others are playing.
Yes.
You know, if you really want to excel in that game, you want to win that game, you want to learn that game.
Yes, that is perfect. Next is things we cannot control. सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करेंगे हाइट से. हाइट सी साइकिल. अब इसमें both of us are kind of blessed with height. But इसमें I've seen so many people, because being coaches, Abhinav, I'm pretty sure you also get hundreds of messages like this कि weight would छोड़ो, मुझे height के लिए कुछ भी exercise बता दो. Height कैसे increase होती है? I get so many messages because of that. But the thing is, unfortunately, we can't control a lot when it comes to height.
Yes.
Also, biologically, अब इसमें एक और भी चीज़ मैं mention करूँगा कि biologically, if you are taller, people see you as being more authoritative.
Yes.
Right, because that's again वो associative coherence है.
Yes.
But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that if you are not tall you can never be authoritative. Right, वो that's just the first perception.
Right.
Because first perception is always often fake.
Yes.
Right, fake or wrong, I would say. Right, actual authority comes from the kind of person you are.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So if you are someone who thinks that, you know, you're not getting to places in your life because of your height,
Right.
that is, according to me, an excuse, because your brain is just making an easy excuse.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of other things which you can work upon.
Yes.
Obviously, physique is one.
Yes.
Career is one.
Yes.
Everything else, literally everything else. Height is just a small part of it, and it is just linked to the first image someone makes of you. But after that, how you speak,
Yes.
your clothing, how you're grooming yourself, and everything else would actually change the game.
Yes, and a lot of there are, you know, teenagers and people in their early 20s, those who are very conscious about their height. तो हम उनको examples देते हैं normally, like you know, look at, like it's just to boost their confidence, but it's actually reality. See some of the most famous people in the world, and some of the people, those who have actually excelled in their careers, like Sachin Tendulkar, Amir Khan, Lionel Messi. You know, all these people, they are not blessed with like a brilliant height. They're not all 6-footers. But they have achieved so much.
Yeah.
You know, probably you might see, and you might not know them, who they are or what they have achieved, and you look at them and you say like, ये तो आम इंसान है, इसमें like कुछ खास बात नहीं है. So you have to also start looking at that thing in that manner, कि that should never be a reason of not at least trying to become confident or feeling confident about yourself.
ये बड़ी interesting बात है, because in the end our brain is looking for proof of what we already believe.
Exactly.
Right? Example देता हूँ that, you know, if someone faces height issues, maybe your brain just shows you tall people.
Right.
That, you know, you're just focusing on tall people and you think that, you know, this person might be successful because of height. Right? Your brain might just be playing games. जैसे अभी अभिनव ने इतने examples दिए.
Yes.
Right? Instead of start looking for proof of people who are not that tall and who are doing amazing in whatever you want to do amazing. Right? Because right now your brain is just choosing the laziest path.
Yes.
Laziest path because you know that height cannot be changed. पूरी जिंदगी या तो you'll make an excuse over that, or you can, you know, work around everything else and use it as fire for growth in everything else.
Yes, and start looking at, you know, we talked about that in addictions also. I think we missed that. Start looking for having side effects of good height.
Yes. Yes. I'll tell you one.
I remember, like, I used to visit Chandigarh for a course here, and I used to come in buses, travel buses every now and then. And हर बार वो जब बस में बैठे होते थे ना, तो वो लाते फिट नहीं आती थी, right? तो ऊपर करके लात बैठना पड़ता था, बिल्कुल ऐसे को गुस्सा बन के बैठ के जाते थे. Even in the flights, when you go in economy class, it's difficult to actually, you know, sit when you have longer legs. Even when you're traveling in the cars or cabs, it is difficult.
Postural issues.
Even posture-related issues. People, those who are taller,
Injuries.
Posture, forward neck postures, lower back issues, hip pain. ये ज़्यादा होती हैं. Even if you want to lift heavier weights, the anatomy and the structure of comparatively taller people, it is not that conducive to start lifting heavier weights.
Yes, 100%.
Again, this is just
Physics है ये physics है because range of motion बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है.
Yes. So like this is how you can start feeling more confident about yourself. If you feel that having not appropriate height or in your mind the optimal height is making you less confident in your life.
Yes. So see, in the end, life is all about things you can control, things you cannot control. Yes. If there's something you can't control, stop worrying about it. Start putting all of your focus on things you can control and you can change the game.
Yeah, trick your mind. Your mind.
Next is genetics. Genetics mein basically ho gaya how you look,
yes.
right? Your features and all these things. You can't change that.
Yes.
You can't blame your parents, so genetics achhe nahi hai. That's all bullshit because you can't control it. Next comes skin color. Skin color.
Very sensitive.
Skin color se मैं बताता हूँ मेरा कैसे start हुआ. When I was in I think 9th standard तब मेरे को realize हुआ कि यार थोड़ा ठीक भी दिखना चाहिए बंदा ये वो. तब भी I was like 44 kgs heavier. तो उस टाइम ऐड आने लग आई थी फेयर एंड हैंडसम आई थी इस टाइम.
We've all been through that.
मैंने कहा यार अगेन ब्रेन ने सबसे इजी चीज देखी कि यार क्या क्रीम खरीदनी तो है. दैट इज ऑल 50 रुपीज की क्रीम है. जस्ट गेट द क्रीम. राइट. आई वाजंट थिंकिंग अबाउट इंप्रूविंग फिजिक, इंप्रूविंग हेल्थ जिसकी वजह से स्किन कलर एक्चुअली इंप्रूव हो सकता है. आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट वन थिंग, फेयर एंड हैंडसम लगानी स्टार्ट करी जिस चक्कर में स्किन भी पूरी खराब हो गई थी. एंड
yeah, I remember even in my I think after I turned 10-11 I started playing like sports at professional level, so district, state and stuff. तो रूटीन होता था कि सुबह हमने सो आई यूज्ड टू प्ले फॉर स्टेट फॉर बास्केटबॉल. सो सुबह हमने ट्रेनिंग्स पे जाना, उसके बाद स्कूल अटेंड करना, फिर उसके बाद दोपहर को फिर से करना. तो स्किन केयर रूटीन्स और ये सब कुछ का कोई ध्यान नहीं होता था. तो आई स्टार्टेड getting tanned like really bad.
Yes.
I was getting tanned but I started getting really tanned bad.
Actually I've seen a picture आपकी एक before and after picture है जिसमें I think एकदम before gym.
Ricky, I'll send you one, just put it up there.
Yes.
So the thing is उस time for the first time in my life I actually understood the like वो स्किन का कितना ज़्यादा इशू होता है when other people are judging you. So all friends around me and घर वाले सब बोले कलुए कलुए कलुए. तो it was like initially it didn't affect me but like over a period of time when you start listening to that it's like एक गड़बड़ है क्या मेरे में. That was the time when
India में ये बहुत ज़्यादा.
Yes. And then that's when and I used to get acne also because I was not taking care of skin, what I'm eating and not. तो उस टाइम आई स्टार्टेड बाइंग दीज क्रीम्स. तो किसी ने कोई एडवाइस दे देनी कि वो कपड़ा धोने वाला साबुन होता है उससे अपना फेस धोना शुरू कर दो कि उससे ये डेड स्किन उतर जाएगी, ये उतर जाएगा. तो वो भी बहुत ट्राई किया. तो आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड द पेन व्हेन यू आर इन दैट एज कि जब आपको स्किन के साथ इतना ज़्यादा वो अटैचमेंट हो जाए, स्किन कलर क्या है मेरा. तो बट अगेन एट द सेम टाइम इट इज़ वॉट इट इज़. यू नो फ्रॉम आर्ट की उस टाइम ऑफ कोर्स आई वाज गेटिंग टैंड एंड देन आई वर्कड ऑन माय स्किन केयर रूटीन किया एंड उसके बाद पता लगा कि नहीं मेरे माँ बाप गोरे हैं तो मैं भी गोरा ही निकलना चाहिए. तो वो पता लग जाता है आपको. बट अगर if you're someone that is probably like someone who is a little duskier or who is coming from a genetic background जहाँ पे थोड़े सांवले लोग हैं, that should be fine, that should be okay with you because that is something that God has given and it's natural to you. And you see all the examples, as I said, like Sachin Tendulkar, you can see so many examples in modeling industry, in film industry, in entrepreneur industry. There are a lot of people, those who are not goras, but they have done way better than goras as well.
No one cares about skin, especially when it comes to entrepreneurial thing. For example, one might be the fairest person, but that person is not a good coach since both of us are coaches.
Yes.
Who would take coaching from him, right?
Yes.
First time maybe, first impression, no, but in the end it's like where are the results?
Yes.
Right, where is the value and stuff like that, right? So skin color doesn't matter much. Also just accept it. But you can improve skin color by a mile.
You can, yeah. But like again, you will find a lot of people, and I think there was my good friend Shwetab with whom I did a podcast few years back, and we talked about skin color.
Actually, I was looking at his content yesterday only.
You were?
Yes, on Instagram I saw some of his posts, and great content.
Probably when we'll start calling guests, we'll call him also. Once.
Right,
I think
right.
he's in.
Very
so-
logical content. First time मैंने
Yes,
देखा कि यार
yes.
इंडिया में कोई
Yes.
someone is doing writing and stuff like
Yes.
that. That was like great.
Yes, so I was doing a podcast with him few years back, and वहाँ पे we started discussing about the importance of skin color in just the modeling industry, and there definitely is Indians में we do have that preference of gora color, but I think कि it मतलब वो बेबुनियाद चीज़ होती है. It is just बेबुनियाद. It is just the conditioning of how we are and the slave mentality that we've been having from so many years. कि अगर किसी का गोरा कलर है तो they are superior. Even अगर कोई अंग्रेज़ हैं या गोरे हैं जो हमारे कंट्री में आते हैं, हम उनको भगवान की तरह देखते हैं. हम मतलब there are people those who look like that. But at the end of the day, it actually has nothing to do with the actual skill development that you will go through, with the actual competence and confidence that you will attain. So, yes, there is a biasing towards color, especially in our country and in countries where people are a little darker. But at the end of the day, in reality, it does not matter at all.
Yes, one thing which I've seen in the past few years is now people don't care much. People care about who you actually are, right?
Yes.
Your skills and stuff like that. But हाँ, natural एक inbuilt चीज है.
वो अंदर है, वो
that
जेनेटिकली
is there for sure.
कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा बहुत रहता ही रहता है हमारे अंदर.
I actually asked my girlfriend the other day कि यार स्किन से एक्चुअल फर्क पड़ता है, स्किन कलर से एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. वो ऐसे मेरा मजाक उड़ा रही थी, शी इज क्वाइट फेयर एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, बट वी वर जस्ट जोकिंग एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. बट आई एक्चुअली आस्क्ड दैट what matters more, is it the skin color? She was like personality all the way.
Right.
कहते कि there can be someone fair who has a great personality,
Right.
versus someone darker but great
Someone darker with great
personality versus someone who's fair who does not have a good personality.
Yes.
She was like that, darker with great personality, the way they speak, the way they dress, the way they handle themselves.
Yes.
So I was like, good.
And in men it is about the substance that you have, and
in the end वो dark and handsome भी तो tall dark and handsome होता है वैसे, but मैंने कहा कि यार अभी height की बात हो रही है, वो थोड़ी contradictory होगी, but dark and handsome does apply.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's the same thing. Does size matter or not? That's a discussion for some other day.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Yes. Next comes skin. Skin color के अलावा जैसे skin issues भी होते हैं.
Yes.
We should do an episode on that, Abhinav.
I'm actually looking forward to that because I have a lot of input to
Right.
give and a lot of advice for youngsters watching.
Let's
this
do it
about
next
skin.
next week only. If
Let's
you
do
want.
this. Let's
Right.
do this.
Right. उसके बाद आ जाता है hair and confidence. I have had a long story in relation to hair.
Okay, so
yes.
Before we move on, guys, we actually shot a hair episode and we did Yash actually took good 45 minutes to explain his whole story, the most valuable episode that you will ever find on hair loss, hair care for men. And unfortunately, we lost one of the clips, like the major clips.
वाला angle घूम गया.
Yash वाला angle जो था वो चला गया. But we will do it again and I really want to do it because I know the kind of value that it will give. So I'm looking forward to that
Yes.
episode.
Yes, so guys, up to 70% men in India, 60 to 70% of men in India deal with hair-related issues,
Yes.
hair loss specifically, and that can fuck up someone's confidence because it fucked up my confidence for a few years.
It does.
Then I was able to sort it, which I'll share. I'll share the details in the hair wala episode. Although already share कर चुका हूँ, but अब वो फिर से करनी पड़ेगी.
Yes.
So that is what. So hair is something which can obviously mess up confidence.
Right.
अब होगी बॉडी वाली फिजिकल चीज़ों की बात होगी. अब आ जाते हैं next important चीज़ की, that is money.
Yes.
Abhinav, let's start with you. Do you
Yes.
think money और confidence का कुछ लेना देना है?
See again, it's the context that we are talking about. जैसे बॉडी की बात थी, बॉडी की है कि हमारी बाहर की इमेज कैसी होती है. With money, somehow you have the confidence to restart at any point in your life. Like you have the confidence of doing big fuck ups, of taking more risks, and going for bigger dreams. Because bigger the dream, bigger the risk, right? So वो risk लेने का confidence जो है ना, वो आपको ज़्यादा आ जाता है life में if you have money.
Yes, that is a great pointer. And apart from that, for a lot of guys, see, how can a guy in today's world prove that they are competent, right? अभी competence की बात कर रहे थे, because in the end क्या है कि यार competence everyone can act.
Yes.
The world is full of actors. जैसे आपने कहा fake it till you make it की बात करेंगे. The world is full of actors. Everyone is like on Instagram is maybe acting rich, wealthy. Everyone is giving advice. Right. And surprisingly, bro, one thing which I've seen in the last few months is everyone is giving good advice.
Yes.
Maybe without doing anything else in their life. Although मैं बैठ के check नहीं करता क्या कर रहे हैं वो, but there are thousands of people who are giving great advice right now.
Right.
Advice is very good, money से related, चाहे books पढ़ के दे रहे हो चाहे जो भी है. But in today's world, you need to understand that we live in a world full of actors.
Yes.
People faking it. And how can a man actually prove their competence, right? चलो body एक part हो गया, but body is just linked to you yourself, right? How can you show that you are important to this world, right? Important to this world. How are you competent in this world? So money is a very important marker in that way, right? Because the money you are making is a direct sign of how much value you are providing to the world. And how competent you are. Right. Because in the end, making money is one of the biggest troubles. I wouldn't even say trouble. It's one of the biggest missions for men and even women now.
I would say number one.
Yes.
I would always
say one of the reasons is कि यार that is how you can prove your competence to the world.
Yes.
Right. मेरे केस में था कि dad, I was never, in a way, I was never struggling for money. Right. But I asked my girlfriend on a podcast only, actually Impossible Love पे एक दिन कुछ बात हुई. I just asked her that would you respect me the same way if I wasn't doing anything of my own? मैं dad का business कर रहा होता तो. Her answer was within a second no. कहते I wouldn't have cared. Right. Actually मेरी लड़ाई भी हुई थी इससे एक बार when I was young, कुछ कर नहीं रहा था मैं कि किसी बात पे मैं चौड़ा रहूँगा. And she was like, what have you done in your whole life apart from building your body? उस दिन मैं चुप हो गया था. But I was like, tough love, that kind of tough love was very important. उन्हीं दिनों पे डैड ने भी एक बार मुझे कह दिया था, फिर उसके बाद मैंने काम करना एक्चुअल में स्टार्ट किया था. But yes, in the end, making money or providing value to the world. Yes. Because in the end, how do you make money? For example, if you are even earning from content, right? You are providing infotainment and entertainment to people. You are useful to the world because you are improving their existence in the world till the time they are watching your content, right? Or if you are coaching, or if I am coaching, we are changing lives of people, right? So in the end, the amount of money we make is directly proportional to the amount of impact we are bringing in.
Definitely.
And this applies to everybody, not just us. कि अगर आप, if you are an engineer, you are working on an app, directly or indirectly you are impacting the world.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So that is why, according to me, money is an important marker. And
and we did a episode on money also, and we said people, those who say that money is not everything, like make sure that you have a lot of it before you speak such foolish thing. And so this is my personal opinion. It might change person to person. I feel that survival is the first thing that you need, and survival comes from money. Like, of course, you said that is the first factor of considering yourself as competent.
Yes.
Right. Why? Because love, physique, looks, fame, or anything else that you think that will make you confident, that is all of no use if you do not have your survival taken care of.
Yes, this is a great point.
That is the first thing that you need to take. So if you really want to feel confident, see where is your survival right now. Like, is your survival on point? Are you making enough of money to pay your bills, to take care of yourself? And if you're able to do that, then anything else will matter.
Yes, I would like to talk about a study here.
Sure.
So basically, does money equate to happiness? उस पे study हो रखी है. Yes. Money equates to happiness and life satisfaction till the time you are making $50,000. Right. So in a way, Indian उसमें हो गया 40 lakh rupees.
Yes.
So till the time you are making 40 lakh rupees per annum, तब तक money does equate happiness. Yes. Once you have reached that level, then you can use quotes like
yes. Yeah, and a lot of people like think that you need a lot of money to feel confident or be happy. But as you said, like there is a certain figure, and once you reach that figure, after that, it's more like a dream, or it's more like you want to achieve something because you want to, have that kind of a grandiose vision for yourself, or you want people to look at you in certain way. तो वो बात की चीज़ है, लेकिन once you reach that certain amount which is enough for taking care of your expenses plus some of your family also, but for normal desires as well, like एक गाड़ी लेनी है मुझे, या मुझे अच्छे कपड़े पहनने हैं, या मुझे एक वीडियो गेम खरीदनी है, इन चीज़ों को अगर आप कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं, so that is like the baseline. After that, उसके बाद आप जितने मर्जी गोल सेट करते रहो, you will always end up hitting that ceiling point very soon once you reach that goal. So once you
yes please
so once you reach that particular number, and that is why I always say कि किसी ने भी अगर financial independence या financial stability की बात करनी है, always have a number in your mind which will actually take care of your basic expenses.
And another important pointer for money specifically is that we live in a world where everyone is an actor.
Yes.
Right? Money, how much money you make is directly proportional to how valuable you are.
Right.
And how much value you are providing to the world. Right? इसके अलावा कोई ऐसा मार्कर नहीं है जिससे आपको पता लग जाए बंदा कॉम्पिटेंट है. फिजिक इज वन, बट इन द एंड फिजिक इज समथिंग व्हिच यू डू फॉर योरसेल्फ. राइट? नॉट फॉर एनीवन एल्स. किसी को कोई बेनिफिट नहीं हो रहा. बट इफ यू आर मेकिंग मनी, योर फैमिली, योर पार्टनर, योर चिल्ड्रन, एवरीथिंग इज बीइंग टेकन केयर ऑफ. Plus, it is also a sign कि यार, yes, I am valuable to this world. Because whatever you do in life, for example, we are coaches, right? We only get paid if we change lives, right? Else no one would take our service. Same goes for anyone who's maybe an engineer. You are maybe building an app which would change lives, maybe in form of entertainment. As content creators, you are improving someone's time on earth. For example, someone watches your infotainment, Abhinav, or any sort of entertainment, or anyone watching this, they are getting some value out of it. Right? So in the end, one of our missions is to provide value to the world. Right? If we see, when would we start making money via this podcast? When there is this value provision. When the world sees that these people are providing value. Otherwise we won't. Right? If there's no value, no one would. Same goes for content, same goes for everything else. So money is one marker where बंदे की actual competence पता लगती है. Anyone on Instagram can act like, okay, I am the most skilled person. Anyone on Instagram can act like I am the most competent person. But is that a sign that someone is making money? No, acting doesn't work. But if you are making money, that's 100% a sign that you are providing value to people. And if you are doing that continuously, because some people fake it, लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाते हैं. Although आजकल के टाइम पे लोगों ने बेवकूफ़ बनना बंद कर दिया. But if you are making money consistently, that's a sign that yes, you are competent and you are providing value to the world.
Yes, and I think Yash, you've also had a chance to go through a lot of mentorship courses, right? And let's be very honest with each other, guys. Especially for men, money does play a huge role. कोई भी चीज़ है, आपने कपड़े खरीदने हैं, किस तरह का सोशल सर्कल बनाना है, you have to take mentorship programs or do courses, you have to travel. So with money, you can actually start doing all those things, right? After a certain level, if you have to go above that, money will help you to learn all those skills and propel. Right? So I've been through those phases जहाँ पे मैं सोचता था प्यार या बॉडी, लुक्स या फेम जो है पैसे से ज़रूरी है. बट इन लास्ट 3-4 years माई पर्सपेक्टिव हैज़ चेंज्ड एंड आई फेल्ट दैट एज मेन वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन दैट सर्वाइवल थिंग, बिकॉज एज आई मैंशन आपको वो फ्रीडम देता है रिस्क लेने की. People, those who are trying innovative, and I know like Yash and me, we are always trying to be creative with our business strategies, with the kind of work that we are doing, even the videos that we create. So उसमें हमें एक freedom ज़रूर रहती है कि अगर by chance those things don't work, even this channel that we have made, right? It has some amount of investment has gone into it, and we have been able to start it when we feel that our basic जो expenses हैं, desires हैं, बाकी के businesses को चलाने के वो चल रहे हैं. And that gives us confidence कि अगर by chance ये चीज़ नहीं भी चलती है, we are always having that amount of backup to live our life in the normal manner that we were doing. नहीं तो अगर आपके पास money नहीं होता तो as men, that main thing on our mind that always occupies us is the survival. कि कल के लिए भाई है, अपने पास नहीं है, अगले महीने का खर्चा देना है, रेंट देना है, नहीं है. जब वो चीज़ आपका दिमाग को डोमिनेट करेगी, आपकी क्रिएटिविटी, the way that you are dealing with the other people, you're always on the back foot, your backs are against the wall. So it's an important factor when it comes to actually feeling or having that real confidence.
Yes, and money leads to two things. Number one is freedom. Freedom is basically, okay, I want to travel, I want to go to this place. Okay, today I don't want to work. More money you have, more freedom you get. Right? And it also gives you leverage. Leverage का simple example देता हूँ. For example, from day one itself, we have our setup is very good. Right? Apple laptop. Starbucks cup. Just in case. Repeat करता हूँ.
कोई बात नहीं.
Okay, so money leads to two things. Freedom and leverage. Number one, freedom is, okay, कल मुझे काम नहीं करना. Okay, I won't do it. I want to travel tomorrow, I can do it. Right. I want my children in the best school.
Right.
All of these things are leading to a lot of freedom. Right. अब children तक पहुंचने वाली level नहीं हुई, but this always comes to my mind that when I look at the kind of sacrifices our parents made for us, they were able to a certain extent fulfill our dreams, especially when we were young. Because there was money. Second is leverage. Leverage का simple example देता हूँ. From day one of this podcast, we have a good setup. Right. The camera is good, HD quality है, setup, background, everything is good. Right. That is giving us an edge from day one. We have a team from day one. We have a team of 5 people from day one of the project. Even when this project is not making anything, we are not even trying for that. Right. So leverage आपको मिल जाती है, but this would have only come if we were already making money.
Yes.
जैसे आपने बोला कि यार कॉन्फिडेंस मेन मनी से आता है. अगर हमें कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं होता तो हम हर चीज़ पे डरते हैं कि यार अच्छा कैमरा यूज़ करें, गुड वीडियोग्राफर, गुड एडिटर, गुड टीम, हम हर चीज़ पे डर के करते हैं. बट डे वन से हमें लेवरेज है. Right. So that's one big advantage.
Definitely. And I have something very primitive that I've felt in last few years and I've observed in my own life is ki, as men or as women, let's be honest, because I think we are both men and women are at equal points where they want to have money and fame and create businesses. So as an organism, our main role or purpose on this planet is to reproduce.
Yes.
Right. And what I have felt, हमें मूवीज़ में ज़रूर दिखाया जाता है कि हाँ कोई गरीब लड़का घर का लड़का है जी, कोई अमीर लड़की है, प्यार हो गया, अमीर लड़की को वो पसंद आ गया एंड उसने उसके साथ शादी कर ली या उसके साथ गर्लफ्रेंड बन गई. तो हम भी बहुत मोटिवेटेड होते थे स्टार्टिंग से कि हाँ ऐसा होता होगा कि कोई परी आएगी, हमें हेल्प करेगी और हमें ग्रो करेगी हमारी वो करने में, एम्पायर बनाने में. But what I have realized is that having money also gives you resources and also gives you the freedom of choosing the right partner
100%.
for yourself.
Great point.
And I think वो जो movies और Bollywood से हमारी एक mindset बनाया गया है कि if you don't have money but आपका दिल अच्छा है, आपके values अच्छी हैं and आप confident हो, तो आप बड़े partners या better partners को भी attract कर सकते हो. But I feel like you can, like that same primitive thing for the survival जिसके लिए हम बने हैं, you are able to get access to better partners, more suitable, more compatible, and this is what I felt every time I've leveled up in terms of my money game, in terms of my finances. I've been able to actually be with better women who have better mindset, who have made me learn things in a better manner, improved manner, and it has made me a better person overall.
Yes, and great pointer कि money also tells us whether we are growing in life or not.
Yes.
For example, over time, if your skills are being useful, becoming more useful, you are becoming more skilled, the amount of money you are making should be going up.
Yes.
Right? Even if you are doing a job. Over time क्या होता है, प्रमोशन होती है, इंक्रीमेंट होती है. That's a sign that okay, I am becoming more valuable in the world. This is the only factor which can tell us. For example, हम जिम जाते हैं, हमारे PR बढ़ते हैं, वो सेम चीज़ अपनी लाइफ की हमारी वैल्यू का PR बढ़ रहा है.
Yes.
More money you are making, better it is.
Yeah,
right?
because you are able to give the partner better resources as well.
100%.
And
yourself, your employee, and everyone else.
Yes, and of course आप अच्छे हो सकते हो and प्यार भी हो सकता है आपके उधर. बट एक बेसिक हमेशा एक मेंटालिटी ज़रूर रहती है कि आप जो भी घोंसला बनाओगे, दैट इज़ हाउ आई सी, लाइक आई सी एवरीथिंग एज अ ट्राइबल मैनर. तो एक जानवर जो अपना घोंसला बनाता है, द फीमेल ऑल्सो हैज़ टू सी कि how much protection and safety I can get in that particular nest or whatever space that man has created, and the offsprings, how safe they will be. So with money you are able to create more safety and security for yourself as well as your family and loved ones.
This is also a great point because there are a lot of guys who are like, oh, ye to girls only get attracted to money. No, girls get attracted to competence.
Yes.
Money is a sign of competence.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So obviously, and they have to, a woman naturally has to think not just about herself.
Yes.
her children also.
Yes.
Because her job would be to nurture.
Yes.
Right? And this is a biological thing.
Yes.
So in the end, competence, agar, if you are someone who just, sits and says ki yaar, there's some problem with women,
Yes.
chances are there's a problem with you.
Yes.
And you're just trying to escape reality by putting the full blame on a woman.
Yes.
Right? Also on the other spectrum, there are good women also. There are women who are not on the right path also. That is also there. So,
Just like men.
Yes, just like men. So, yeah, so that is also there. Also, बहुत बार होता है, जैसे अभिनव आपने शायद मनी वाले एपिसोड में बात करी थी कि देयर वाज दिस कोट, आपने कहा था दिस कोट इज बुलशिट. व्हाट वाज द कोट, आपको याद है?
हाँ, इट वाज लाइक ओके, मनी डज नॉट give you everything, but make sure you have a lot of it before you speak such bullshit.
Yes.
It was from Warren Buffett. Like a lot of people like to say कि नहीं, money सब कुछ नहीं होता है. Sorry mom, I'm saying this, but my mom also says कि money ना is the root of all evil. ये मतलब ये जड़ है सारी बुराई की दुनिया में. But at the end of the day, everything is in balance. With money, you can also help people out.
Yes.
With money, you can try to get rid of the poverty in the world. A lot of people have done that already. With money, you can bring huge changes. You can help fix the problem of global warming, give something better to the nature, and create some more value. Right? Yes. So, yeah, वो कोट से मुझे ये चीज़ याद आई.
बड़ी अच्छी चीज़ है. इस पर एक्चुअली मैं आपको स्टडी भी बता देता हूँ. एक बार मैं बिजनेस सेमिनार दे रहा था, उसके लिए आई प्रेप्ड दिस. सो देयर इज अ स्टडी. The question of the study is that, does money equate to happiness?
Right.
And the answer was yes.
Yes.
Till the time you are making $50,000 in a year.
Right.
India के terms में हो गए 40 lakh rupees.
Right.
So till the time you are making 40 lakh rupees, money does equate to happiness.
Yes.
Right? Money does equate to a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So keep that in mind, and that's like quite important. And that is what. So money does equate to happiness. Keep that in mind. Also India में ये number थोड़ा कम होगा.
Right.
Because वो dollars के हिसाब से because अगर यूएस की स्टडी है, यूएस में खर्चे भी ज़्यादा है.
Yes.
So
yes.
एक मैं whenever I'm mentoring anybody, मैं एक नंबर उनको सबको देता हूँ that if you want to be top 1% of the world, you need to be making more than $32,000 per year.
Right.
That's like 28 lakh rupees.
Right.
उससे कम is not good. That means you are not putting in the work. You are not in the right direction, or you are not in the right field.
Right. Yes, a lot of people get overwhelmed when they talk about money की पता नहीं कितने हज़ारों करोड़ बनाने की ज़रूरत और कैसे बनेंगे, कैसे बनाएंगे. But at the end of the day, just you need to fix a number. Like, and it is not a huge number. When you start, you might feel overwhelmed. But if you have a strategy, let's say you see a particular number per month जिसमें आपके basic expenses cover हो रहे हैं, whatever work that you're doing, घर चलाना है, office चलाना है, जो भी आपके expenses, plus your basic desires, कि आपने कोई कपड़े खरीदने हैं, आपने कोई नई गाड़ी लेना चाहते हो, या कोई accessories लेनी है, या कॉफ़ी पीने जाना है. जब ये चीज़ें नॉर्मली कवर हो रही हैं, उसके बाद आपकी बेस लाइन एक आ जाती है वो हैप्पीनेस की. एंड उसके बाद इट इज़ लाइक इनफाइनाइट. यू कैन कीप ऑन गोइंग, बट इट विल स्टिल से द सेम. आपको एक थोड़े टाइम के लिए आपको मज़ा आ सकता है कि हाँ, शायद मैं अब ज़्यादा बड़ी गाड़ी ले सकता हूँ, या बड़ा घर ले सकता हूँ, या कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. बट दैट बेस लाइन लेवल विल कम डाउन वेरी फास्ट. Like if you felt really happy, it will come back to normal happy very fast after that particular number.
Yes, one thing which I've realized with money is that this game never ends, right?
Yes.
Because at the top you have Elon Musk,
yes.
right? जितनी भी आपकी लेवल अप हो जाए, आप हमेशा एक लेवल ऊपर वाले बंदे को देखोगे, यार मैंने इस लेवल पे पहुंचना, या एक लेवल एक नंबर ऊपर पे पहुंचोगे.
Yes.
आप 6 figures पे हो, आप बोलोगे कि यार मल्टीपल 6 figures होने चाहिए. मल्टीपल 6 पे हो, बोलोगे 7. 7 पे बोलोगे मल्टीपल 7. तब मैं रुक जाऊंगा, बट यू नेवर स्टॉप. सो ये भी है कि यार इस गेम में यू शुड लर्न हाउ टू स्टॉप एंड व्हेन टू स्टॉप. अब एक सीधा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ दैट वेयर लॉट ऑफ अस एक्चुअली गो रॉन्ग इज दैट आई हैव ऑल्सो मेड दिस मिस्टेक इन द पास्ट कि आफ्टर अ वाइल, दिस इज अ गेम, राइट? we just start focusing on one part, that is just money.
Yes.
Right? That is where we go wrong.
Yes.
Right? Make sure that your health, wealth, relationships, everything is improving, everything is aligned. If you're just focusing on wealth, and if you're winning on wealth, doesn't mean you are winning in other areas of life.
Right.
So take care of that. Confidence में भी specifically बात करी जाए तो your body confidence, take care of your health. Then obviously take care of your wealth.
Yes.
And इसमें एक और चीज़ mention करूँगा कि बहुत बार क्या होता है जब when we start earning more, हम अपने लाइफस्टाइल को भी उस हिसाब से अपग्रेड करते रहते हैं. सो वी आर नेवर एबल टू गेट वेल्दी.
यस.
व्हाट इज वेल्थ? द डिफरेंस बिटवीन व्हाट यू मेक एंड व्हाट यू सेव.
यस.
राइट? व्हाट यू मेक एंड व्हाट यू स्पेंड.
यस.
सो बेसिकली एसेंशियली व्हाट यू सेव. राइट? जितनी ज़्यादा आपकी सेविंग रहेगी उतना अच्छा रहेगा. तो यस, अपग्रेड योर लाइफस्टाइल फॉर श्योर, बट मेक श्योर जब आप अपग्रेड कर रहे हो, यू आर जस्ट इंक्रीजिंग योर वेल्थ ऑल्सो. दैट मीन्स योर इन्वेस्टमेंट, सेविंग एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, एंड दैट शुड हेल्प.
राइट. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स लाइक नॉर्मल डिज़ायर्स. अगर आप अपनी नॉर्मल डिज़ायर्स कंप्लीट कर पा रहे हो, आपको खुशी रहती है. इवन इफ यू आर अर्निंग अ लॉट बट यू मेड योर लाइफ स्टाइल की जहाँ पे सारा पैसा जो आ रहा है वो जा ही एक्सपेंसेस में रहा है, आप एंड में तो जीरो ही हो ना.
यस
बस वो जीरो को आपको किसी तरह प्लस में लाना है. उसको प्लस में ले आओगे, यू विल फील मोर सेटिस्फाइड एंड कॉन्फिडेंट विद योरसेल्फ.
Yes, and I personally believe that 40 lakhs is a good number to aim for in the beginning.
Yeah, मतलब
right?
It can
within first 5 to 10 years of your career.
Yes, it can.
I think in India you can have a good house, good car, EMI, and family easily in 40 lakhs.
Right, but just have a vision as to what kind of lifestyle you want for yourself, and then you will be able to fix that number easily.
Yes, वो definition हर किसी की अलग होगी, because there would be a lot of people who would be very happy with maybe 12 lakhs in a year. Right. So this number would be different for everybody. But मेरा personally है कि यार 40 lakhs, if I'm working with someone, I would make sure that within first 1 to 3 years of working with me, they should be there.
Yes.
If they are not, then some issue with my coaching. ये मैं खुद के लिए goal set करता हूँ. Right. And अब हो गई मनी की बात. अब बात करते हैं confidence when it comes to talking to women. Right. Touchy point for me. First 18 years of my life, I did not talk to any woman apart from my teachers, sister, mother, and that was a big issue for me. What about you, Abhinav?
So as far as I remember my childhood, I think for the first 12 years of my life, I never had any issue with talking to any girl. And it was because I didn't see them as some alien figures in my life. For me, it was very normal because even in normal circumstances, we used to play with girls. कोई भी छुपन छुपाई खेलते थे, हाइड एंड सीक खेलते थे, या पकड़न पकड़ाई खेलते थे, तो girls were also there. We had sisters who were with us, sisters friends who were with us, and it was I think it started happening when I became really aware of this dating world, and that there is something known as seductiveness or attraction that happens. उससे पहले हम दोस्त, like as long as I was like कि हम दोस्त हैं, like me and a girl is a friend, and यही concept रहता है लाइफ में, I was fine with it. Like सब कुछ बहुत नॉर्मल लगता था. ऐसा नहीं कि वो लड़की है मैं लड़का हूँ, कुछ डिफरेंट होना चाहिए बीच में, मुझे अपना कोई बिहेवियर चेंज करने की ज़रूरत है इसको इम्प्रेस करने के लिए. It used to be very normal. But then as my circle changed and I came around friends who were in a zone of कि इसको impress करना है लड़की को, या लड़की पटाते कैसे हैं, या तो पटाना भी कोई चीज़ होती है. Like there's some attraction, like some seductive or sexual attraction that occurs. I was like पक्का मेरे में गड़बड़ होगी, बाकी दुनिया अगर सही में ऐसे ऑपरेट कर रही है, मैं अकेला ऐसा हूँ जिसको लग रहा है कि नहीं दोस्ती बहुत बढ़िया होती है, इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. So I started exploring and started thinking that I am missing out on something. That was when I started feeling very weird when trying to approach girls. I think I need to be a little more alpha, in front of them. I need to come up with a pickup line, probably. I need to impress them by being good in sports or by showing off something. या कोई first आना था क्लास के अंदर तो ज़्यादा impress होगी मेरे से. I think that was the point. And I think वहाँ से लेके for next good 10-12 years, I definitely had that phase जहाँ पे I used to feel as shy या थोड़ा nervous लड़कियों से बात करने के लिए. But over a period of time, when I built that competence in myself, got that confidence, went through the struggles of life, then I started realizing, मैं सही होता था जैसा भी होता था. So that has been my experience as to when we talk about having that struggle. And I think a lot of guys, they consider women or girls to be something alienating. Yeah, they put them on a pedestal, and then they have those issues with approaching them, or that feeling of कि मैं इसको impress कैसे करूँ, या ये मेरे साथ बात कैसे करे. But all I have felt is if you are talking to them just like a normal friend, as if I'm talking to Yash, I'll talk to a girl or a woman, everything is smooth. उसमें जब आप अपनी भसड़ लेके आते हो ना गर्लफ्रेंड्स की, पार्टनर्स की, तब जाके आई थिंक चीज़ें थोड़ी ख़राब होती हैं.
पेडेस्टल वाली आपने बड़ी अच्छी बात करी है. रिसेंटली मैंने कोट सुना, इफ़ यू ट्रीट समवन लाइक अ सेलिब्रिटी दे वुड ट्रीट यू लाइक अ फैन. राइट. सो जस्ट बी नॉर्मल, जस्ट बी नेचुरल, एंड आई थिंक दैट कैन चेंज द गेम. एंड फनी बात आपकी स्टोरी में मेरे को ये लगी अभिनव कि आपको खुद नेचुरली नहीं आई ये बात, आपने बाकियों से सुना कि यार ये चीज़ मैटर करती है. बिकॉज इन अ वे देखा जाए तो वैसे वी एज मेन आर काइंड ऑफ वायर्ड फॉर दिस,
राइट,
वायर्ड फॉर नॉट गेटिंग रिजेक्टेड,
राइट.
And women are wired for rejecting,
right,
because they want to choose a partner who is competent also, protector also, provider also, plus now अब modern world में तो बहुत complexities आ गई हैं, गाड़ी अच्छी होनी चाहिए and stuff like that. But indirectly everything is like linked to competence And in the end, for a guy, his life when it comes to these things is more about proving that competence, showing that confidence.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, for example, if you're meeting for the first time and if you're confident in front of a woman, she would automatically assume that this person might be competent.
Right.
That's why this person is confident.
Yes.
Right. So that's something which we need to think about, and that's one of the main reasons men don't like rejection.
Yes.
बट वही है, कॉन्फिडेंस अगेन कम्स फ्रॉम कॉम्पिटेंस. मैं ये नहीं कहता यार काफ़ी लोगों को ये चीज़ नेचुरली आती है, बट फॉर मी इट वॉज ऑल अबाउट, फॉर मी टॉकिंग टू द फर्स्ट गर्ल एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, वॉज इवन टू माई गर्लफ्रेंड इट वॉज लाइक जस्ट बीइंग कॉम्पिटेंट. एट दैट टाइम इतना मैंने कुछ किया नहीं हुआ था, बट एटलीस्ट बॉडी बिल्ड करी हुई थी. आई हैड लॉस्ट दोज 44 kgs एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. सो my confidence actually always came from competence in that case. And again, your confidence should be coming from competence in your body,
Yes.
in your wealth, and everything else we have talked about. Okay, so confidence नहीं है अभी लड़कियों से बात करने का, तो just ask yourself that why aren't you confident, and just build your competence in that. That can
I think there should not be any reason to bring the element of confidence while talking to a girl. It should be natural for you as a man or as a guy. It should just be natural. That pedestal thing, when you're looking at a girl, she's a human, right? I think a lot of these agendas like men are better or women are better, feminism, anti-feminism, whatever it is, we are just equal humans, right? Of course we are wired to become partners someday, but ये नहीं कि जो लड़की तुम्हें पसंद आ रही है, या जो लड़की तुम्हें सुंदर लग रही है, या जिस लड़की को तुम इम्प्रेस करना चाह रहे हो, वही तुम्हारी पार्टनर बने. A lot of our preconceived behaviors or notions about a particular relation, how it needs to be or how I want it to be, that's a huge pressure on guys or men when they're trying to approach women. अच्छा मैं इससे बात करूँगा, rejection, abandonment issues भी बहुत है, mommy issues बहुत चल रहे हैं लड़कों को, right? And we've been through that, and we've witnessed that, and I've experienced that in a lot of my own friends, and a part of that has also witnessed that in myself. But if you really start looking at a girl or a woman just like a friend, just like any other human being, जिस तरह आप अपने मेल दोस्तों के साथ बात करते हो, ऑफ कोर्स वो गालियां निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज देयर इज सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ डिसेंसी,
रिस्पेक्ट शुड ऑलवेज बी देयर,
डिसेंसी एंड रिस्पेक्ट दैट इज डिफरेंट फॉर वुमेन. बट अगर आप नॉर्मल दोस्त की तरह बात कर रहे हो तो कॉन्फिडेंस वाला फैक्टर आना ही चाहिए. यू शुड फील नॉर्मल. ये पिकअप लाइंस या ये दिस पिकअप लाइक पीयू जो कल्चर हमारा वेस्टर्न से आया है, इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है असल में. इफ़ यू जस्ट मेंटेन डिसेंसी, रिस्पेक्ट, look at them just like another human being, as you would like to respect and you would like to get respected back, सारा कॉन्फिडेंस खत्म हो जाएगा. आप नॉर्मल बात करो, अगर आपकी रिस्पेक्ट वापस आती है you continue the conversation. अगर नहीं आती है, as they say, like there are better fish in the sea, there are more fish in the sea, you go for better ones, but don't go with an intention कि मुझे इसको impress करना है, या मुझे इसको पटाना है, या मैंने कोई पिकअप करना है, या मुझे impress करना है किसी अपने दोस्तों को कि इसको मेरे साथ रखूँगा तो स्टेटस अच्छा होगा. Be normal. Look at them as a normal human being and you'll be fine.
Yes, इसमें एक और चीज़ मैं मेंशन करूँगा कि यार ऑनलाइन मैं किसी की ऐड देख रहा था कि $27 में बाय द बेस्ट पिकअप लाइन्स ऑन द प्लैनेट.
I've been through that.
It's guaranteed. It's bullshit. कि bullshit क्यों है? कि बिकॉज चलो ठीक है, पिकअप लाइन का पर्पस क्या है कि सो दैट बंदा सोचे कि यू आर स्मार्ट, राइट? पिकअप लाइन से आपसे कोई डेट पे आ गया, बट इन द एंड इफ यू आर नॉट स्मार्ट द पर्सन वुड गेट टू नो इन 2 minutes. So ये तो उससे भी ज़्यादा खराब हो गया, बिकॉज आपने खुद का और दोनों का टाइम वेस्ट किया, एंड आपको रिजेक्शन नेक्स्ट लेवल पे आ रही है.
Right.
Then you would feel insecure about something else. Right. But the issue was that instead of working on yourself, you fucking found a stupid pickup line. Right. Again, also pickup lines का भी मैं बता देता हूँ, मैं ऐसा content फिर भी काफ़ी देखता हूँ just to see why these work. Right. All pickup lines essentially show confidence, which indirectly shows that this person has the competence.
Yes, right? Yes, and of course, competence is something that is the core of confidence. But just learn to be yourself as well. Yeah. Like just be yourself. Every time I've felt I've been myself with a man or a woman, in a of course with women in a non-platonic manner, and I've just been myself. The sense of humor, the spontaneity which women love, it has been spot on.
Yes.
Right. And this is what I've felt with a few of the clients who are teenagers who are trying to impress women कि भैया मेरे ये कॉलेज में लड़की है, इसको मैं impress करना चाहता हूँ, मेरी बॉडी बनवा दीजिए. मैं कि उसको इम्प्रेस करने के लिए बॉडी मत बना, उसको एज अ मोटिवेशन यूज कर ले कि
इंस्पिरेशन,
लाइक शी गिव्स यू अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट, लाइक यू जस्ट टेक इट एज अ मोटिवेशन कि तेरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिल जाएगा अपनी दोस्त से या जिसको भी तू इम्प्रेस करना चाह रहा है, बट उसको इम्प्रेस करने के लिए खुद मत कर. सो दिस इज समथिंग which should be the base of you having an interaction with a woman. Try to just be yourself and then let things flow naturally.
दिस अ ग्रेट पॉइंटर दैट काफ़ी लोग होते हैं ब्रेकअप के बाद होते हैं कि यार मैंने करियर पे मैं इसलिए काम कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि, या बॉडी में इसलिए बना रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे किसी ने रिजेक्ट कर दिया था. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो बुलशिट, राइट? कि ब्रेकअप हो गया, करियर पे मैं काम इसलिए करूँगा बिकॉज मैंने अपनी एक्स को दिखाना है कि व्हाट एम आई कॉम्पिटेंट, आई एम कॉम्पिटेंट. डजंट मेक सेंस, राइट?
Yes, and
it's a very wrong way.
Yes, and I think the increasing culture of porn in our Indian culture, which has been increasing in last few years, it also has a huge role to play. वो जो एक mind brain wash जो कहते हैं, वो एक लड़के और लड़की का relationship को लेके, उसमें भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इसका effect हुआ. I think we've talked about that in addictions as well.
Yes.
Or we'll talk about in another episode where we talk about dating relationships or approaching women, whatever it is.
Definitely. And last kind of confidence which we are covering here, और भी होंगे वैसे तो, partner confidence.
Yes.
That is having confidence in your partner.
Right.
Right. Lot of people when it comes to relationships just settle. They are with their partner because उन्हें कोई और नहीं मिला. असली में they were looking for someone else, but they are with someone else because maybe infatuation होगी या कोई और नहीं मिला, टाइम पास कर रहे हैं, situationship नया word आ गया. उसमें क्या होता है कि when you are in a relationship with someone, over time you get bonding improves and stuff like that, but in your mind you still think that I deserve someone better, right? तो उसमें काफ़ी मैंने guys में भी देखा है, I've seen this with women lot of times, that they're not confident about their partner. वर्ल्ड को नहीं बताते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे फोटो नहीं डालते हैं, उसके लिए रीज़न कुछ और होता है, बट इन द एंड दे आर जस्ट नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट देयर पार्टनर. सो इस पे तो आई थिंक इट्स स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, डोंट सेटल, wait for the right time and the right person for you. Definitely. Till the time you are sure that this is the right person for me.
Yes.
Just never settle when it comes to these things.
Yes, definitely. Like at the end of the day, सिर्फ अकेले रह जाओगे इस डर से अगर कुछ भी रिलेशनशिप शुरू करोगे या सेटल होने की कोशिश करोगे, that is not the right reason to do it. There are better reasons, you want to build something together.
Yes.
You are very compatible. You want to build a family, I think, which is
build
the basic core of
yes.
survival for us as humans. Like these should be the reasons of why you are settling with someone, not this कि मैं अकेला रह जाऊँगा. वो reason जो है वो बहुत जल्दी ख़त्म भी हो सकता है. Like कुछ टाइम बाद आपको realize होगा कि मैं अकेला ही better था because compatibility ही नहीं है. इससे अच्छी तो मेरी अपनी अकेले की स्पेस है कि अगर मैं इसके साथ रह रहा हूँ. एंड देन यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग दैट डिफरेंसेस एंड ओपिनियंस एंड यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग दोस आर्ग्यूमेंट्स एंड स्टफ. सो या इट्स वेरी ट्रू.
Yes, one point I would like to mention here is if you are in a relationship and if you are not proud of your partner, you are doing a disservice to your partner, disservice to yourself also, because long term हो गया ये relationship, same relationship long term होता है तो पूरी ज़िंदगी you would think the partner is not good enough, and chances are the partner with whom you are right now might be the best bet, right? But आपको मन में लग रहा है, अगर मन में लग रहा है तो you are doing a disservice to yourself and your partner, right? So stop doing that and just ask yourself that what part of your partner you don't feel confident about. Maybe work on it together, because in the end, in my relationship, what I've seen is my girlfriend has helped me improve a lot, right? So she always points out that yes, I think this can improve in a very constructive manner, right? And a lot of times I've ended up improving it. Anger is one example, right? Same goes for my partner. When I think that okay, this can be improved. Right now we are working on a podcast together, right? So after the podcast we discussed that I think last time I told her that explanation of this can be better. That's it, in a very constructive manner. It's not because मैं ये दिखाना चाहता हूँ मेरी explanations better है. It's just that I want her to improve. I want myself to improve, right? And because in the end, your partner's job is to complement you, not to complete you. Lot of times people, guys के example देता हूँ, since we already talked about it, कि खुद they are not making money, they just try to find a partner who is rich, right? I think that's I don't think that's the right reason to be with someone. Definitely. And sooner or later your partner would also realize, and this would be a fucked up situation, because the base of the relationship is not that you like the person, you just like something that person has.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I don't think that's a good thing.
And because we mentioned social media, Instagram, it is not, like, this is just my personal belief, it is not necessary कि आपको उनमें कॉन्फिडेंस दिखाने के लिए सिर्फ उनके साथ इंस्टाग्राम पे पिक्चर्स अपलोड करने की ज़रूरत है. because I'm the kind of person who likes to keep my relationships very private, whether it's with family, my relatives, my friends, or with my partner, and it depends on person to person. And but again, at the same time, showing your partner that you value her or respect her, I think there are other different elements like having understanding, respect, loyalty, compatibility, how you behave with them in front of your friends, how you behave with them in front of your family. I think that shows a lot to the other person as to how valuable they are. मतलब मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है कि अगर मैं अपने किसी पार्टनर को अपनी फैमिली से मिलवा दूँ, it's like, okay, you know, I don't care if this works out or not, but right now, whatever relationship I am in, like, I love her, and we are compatible right now, and we have understanding, we have respect. So for now, she's part of my family. Okay? Yes. So you should meet her. So I think that also gives a lot of confidence to the other partner that, you know, this guy who, of course, he does not bring every other girl to meet their family, but I'm a special person for him. So it is all right if you don't want to display it publicly.
Definitely, yes.
That is definitely from person to person. And I think either of the partners do not have right to tell each other ki you put my picture with yourself on Instagram and only then I will value or only then I will believe that you're valuing me.
This is actually a great pointer. Okay, so my pointer, I think I did not bring it across in the right manner. If there's there should be consistency in actions.
Right.
For example, you just mentioned, bro, ki, you don't show your personal life.
Yes.
That is consistent over Instagram.
Yes.
You are not sharing a lot of aspects of your personal life, not just the partner.
Yes.
What happens in a few cases is that someone is in their mind is not confident about their partner. They're doing a disservice to them. They show the rest of their life, everything on Instagram, but not one aspect.
Right.
तो उसमें there is an excuse.
Definitely, like you were perfectly
consistency होनी चाहिए basically.
You were perfectly right because at the end of the day, you are Yash.
Yes.
I'm Abhinav.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I said why you don't need to do it because I have done that mistake.
Yes.
That just because my partner asked me to do it, I did that, and then I paid the consequences because that was not something that came natural to me.
Yes.
And I feel that whenever I put my relationships too much out in social media stuff, there are a lot of judgments from the closed ones or the people, or they know too much. And then it clouds your own judgment about your partners when you ask their opinions, because now they know exactly what's going on. Okay?
This is actually a great point.
So for me, it has been a learning lesson as to the kind of personality I am. And if you're someone who likes to keep everything personal, and as Yash said, having those consistency of actions, it is all right to say no. Ki, okay, I have my reasons of not doing it. It's not that I don't value you. There are other factors that you can consider.
Have a discussion actually.
Yes, have a discussion.
Have a clear communication.
And neither of them has the right to force either of them, either the other one, कि मेरे साथ ये photo डालो या publicly display with myself. And you have to sit down and have a word कि just know that you are the only one. You are the one that I value. But doing this or just doing this is not the only thing that will prove that I value you.
Yes, but एक और पॉइंटर इसमें ऐड करूँगा अभी मेरे दिमाग में आ गया. Actually, I was thinking कि ये example mind में आया कहाँ से? So lot of women, what they do is they are in a relationship.
Yes.
Also, nothing against anybody.
Yes.
They're in a relationship, but they want to keep their options open.
Yes.
That's why they don't post stuff. Right? A man not posting and a woman not posting, I personally believe there's a difference. Although in the end it boils down to individuality and what someone is comfortable with. But if someone is not sharing your picture because that person wants to keep their options open, that's wrong. But in the end, individuality is number one.
Yes.
After that, you just need to see and ask yourself that, what might be the main reason.
Yeah.
Right? If it is someone who's keeping their lives personal, that's well and good. But if there's someone who wants to keep their options open, that's a red flag.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think this is the beautiful thing about our show, that we can have different opinions, but still, there is something that we learn out of each conversation, and there's an audience who respects that, and they also can get some value regarding all these different aspects of being a man.
Something which is even more beautiful is we get to know about your personal life.
Yes.
Which thank you for that, because on Instagram I'm like I share about my relationship, everything else. That's something which I haven't seen in years. I've been following you since years, and that's great to see here and learn from you. And
What's up guys? Welcome again. So you must be noticing कि हमारा setup थोड़ा different है because last time थोड़ा technical issue आ गया था plus गर्मी हो गई थी.
Yes.
So that's why we have changed our setup. So first half would have been different. Now we'll be continuing confidence and let's get to the point. So now we'll be covering top mistakes killing your confidence. Let's start with Abhinav.
Perfect. So things that things that decrease your confidence. Number
Things
one.
killing your confidence.
Okay, let's say things killing your confidence. Let's not fight over this. मेरा confidence down हो रहा है इसमें. चलो. The first one is overthinking and procrastination. Like I think this is number one thing that has killed my confidence in my early years. कि कोई चीज़ करनी होती थी उसके बारे में इतने ज़्यादा सोचने लग जाना. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कोई छोटा सा भी टास्क करना होता था विच वाज आउट ऑफ माय कंफर्ट जोन, उसको करना बाद में है, पहले उसके नेगेटिव सिनेरियोज इतने बना लेने हैं. एंड आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ अस आर देयर सेम प्लेस. एंड उसकी वजह से प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन मीन्स कि वेटिंग फॉर द परफेक्ट मोमेंट, परफेक्ट टाइम, वो कभी नहीं आता है. सो आई ऑलवेज फील इफ़ यू आर गोइंग थ्रू अ फेज जहाँ पे ओवर थिंकिंग बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है, जस्ट चेक विद योर सेल्फ कि अगर आपने जो भी आप काम करना चाहते हो, कोई प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो, you have at least 30% to 40% of tools that are needed to start that particular project and stuff. So that is a good way to start. And this is one thing that is definitely, it sounds very cliche, but it makes a lot of sense. Like overthinking and procrastination, if you're going through it, it will kill your confidence. स्लाइटेस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स, प्रोजेक्ट है, इवन अगर आपका पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप है, किसी लड़की को भी अप्रोच कर रहे हो किसी चीज़ के लिए, तो दैट इज़ समथिंग दैट कैन डिक्रीज इट. नंबर 2 विल बी कंपैरिजन्स. वी ऑल आर डिफरेंट, वी ऑल हैव डिफरेंट जर्नीज, डिफरेंट स्टोरीज, डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटीज़, डिफरेंट सर्कमस्टांसेस. हमारे गोल्स डिफरेंट हैं, ड्रीम्स डिफरेंट हैं, बट वी लिव इन अ एज जहाँ पे इंस्टाग्राम इज़ द किंग एंड सबका बहुत गुड लाइफ दिखती है. एंड हमारे 10 फॉलोअर्स होते हैं, किसी के 10,000 होते हैं, किसी के 1 लाख होते हैं. एंड ये शुरू से हमें सिखाई गई है दैट कंपैरिजन पार्ट. शर्मा जी के लड़के के इतने नंबर आए हैं, तेरे क्यों कम आए हैं, के आई रिमेंबर आई स्टार्टेड क्राइंग फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. लाइक मैं पहले आई थिंक 5th-6th तक आई यूज्ड टू कम फर्स्ट, एंड देन सडनली आई स्टार्ट गेटिंग अ लिटिल मोर रिबेलियस एंड आई केम 4th इन अ क्लास. एंड माई पेरेंट्स वर ऑन टॉप ऑफ माई हेड. लाइक मैंने दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी गलती कर दी. आई थिंक this is how a lot of Indian children, we are programmed since the beginning about comparisons. We have to go ahead, or we have to make sure that we are, ahead of the person next to us or anyone who is in our field. So that definitely decreases the confidence. And again, as I said, everyone has a different story, different journey, and everyone will grow at a different pace. So just focus on your journey, your pace, and rather than letting comparisons affect your confidence in a negative manner, if you find someone who is in the same field as you are and they are doing good and they have set a good tone for the business or for the work that they are doing, learn from them.
Yes,
that is a great way to actually boost your confidence. If you have the ability to actually reach out to someone who is doing better than you and take that advice.
This is very good, but ये है कि overthinking essentially comes with underdoing.
Yes.
Right? And comparisons, fact of the matter is there are 1,000 things which you know better than me. Right? A part of you being confident is being confident enough to reach out to others for help.
Yes.
It's just you telling yourself that I do not know everything. Right? For example, if I need help with social media, you would be the first person I would be messaging. Right? So it's like, it's a part of confidence. Yes. लोगों को क्या लगता है कि यार if I ask for help मैं छोटा लगूंगा. This is a big problem with us as men.
Right.
कि यार help नहीं मांगते हम. We want to do everything on our own. We are givers. That's great. But taking help can actually help you give more. Yes. So that's fine, I guess.
Toxic masculinity, we'll talk about that too. But
actually episode
yes, I have इसके बारे में भी बात करेंगे. But again, comparisons, you look at a certain person and you're like, उनकी क्या life है and I want to be that person. But trust me, if you become Yashwardhan Swami, or you become Abhinav Mahajan, or you become someone whom you are idolizing, you will not be happy. You will only be happy and you will only be content when you become yourself. So learn from the traits. And I think comparisons wala part agar side pe karke, if you say, okay, if you have a mindset ki at least I have a roadmap as to how to do things, or I have a roadmap as to if I want to pursue this field. मुझे दिख रहा है कि this person is doing this thing right, I can follow this and make my life easier and better in that particular direction. Okay. Okay, so the last one that I would like to discuss that definitely kills your confidence is poor health, both mental and physical. थोड़ा क्लीशे साउंड करेगा, बट दुनिया के सभी luxuries, whatever money that you want to earn, everything, even if that comes to you, but if your health is not good, the experience of life will never be good.
Yes.
Experience of life will never be good. You will never feel that confidence inside yourself as an individual to be able to tackle all the challenges of life.
Yes.
So that health, both physical and mental, is something that needs to be focused on. If you feel that you're not confident, always have a look in these two parameters, your physical health and mental health. And दोनों में से किसी में भी अगर आपको लगता है ना कि you need to improve severely, that is where the answer lies for you. If you really think that you lack confidence in any direction of your life, being it starting a new business, approaching a new girl, or calling a friend जिसके साथ आप लड़के बैठे हुए हो, whatever it is, if your health is good, the experience of life will be good, the confidence of tackling, getting those survival mechanisms kicking in, and going out there and killing stuff, that will be at the highest.
Definitely India scientifically भी समझा देता हूँ. If your nutrition is good, if you are working out enough, if your sleep is good, आपका neurotransmitter function better होगा, right? Your brain chemicals, dopamine is directly linked with confidence, right? So think about dopamine, think about serotonin, you'll feel happy.
Right.
By the way, tattoos of neurotransmitters. So ये सिर्फ हवा में बात नहीं, ये scientific भी है कि मतलब ये तो this is directly linked to your health, right? So work on your health. Now talking about top mistakes killing your confidence from my side, number one is fake promises to self.
Right.
सबसे बड़ी गलती अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, एवरी टाइम वी थिंक ओके, फिटनेस का एग्जाम्पल दूँ तो आई स्टार्ट फ्रॉम मंडे, आई स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 1st of next month, आई स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 1st of January. उसमें क्या हो रहा है, वी डोंट गिव वैल्यू टू आवर वर्ड, राइट? हम खुद के साथ प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं, हम उसको ही लिव अप टू नहीं कर रहे. इफ़ यू डू नॉट लिव अप टू योर ओन प्रॉमिस, इफ़ यू डोंट टेक योर ओन वर्ड सीरियसली, who will take your word seriously, right? Over time जब ये चीज़ होती रहती है, हमें बड़ी छोटी चीज़ लगती है कि यार आज मैंने कहा, सोचा कि यार कल से मैं ये करूँ, कुछ भी हो, be it in something in relation to your career, be it something in relation to your relationship, anything. If you are saying something to yourself, either don't say it, but if you are saying it, do it. Because over time क्या होगा, fake promises से आपकी self esteem, self image इतनी नीचे चले जाएगी कि यार तू खुद को, your subconscious would literally tell you that bro 4 साल हो गए, you have been bullshitting yourself. Right? And over time, every fake promise you make to yourself, your confidence goes down. Right? It's not about even, talking to others, because if you don't take yourself seriously, no one else would. Right? Start with that. Start taking yourself seriously. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि आज कोई ऐसे 100 promises कर लो, but in future, do not make a fake promise. करना है तो promise करो, वरना ना करो खुद को भी. Just be realistic on that, and that can change the game. Next is thoughts, actions, and words not matching. अगर आपके thoughts हैं यार, my ambition is high, I want to be the best in what I'm doing, but your actions don't match, then it's pointless. Next is your actions and words don't match. आप दुनिया में जाके लोगों को 100 चीज़ें कह रहे हो कि यार ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, but your actions don't align. You're just saying things out of convenience. आज मूड अच्छा है तो कह दिया, but you don't apply it in real life, then it would kill your confidence, because deep inside you always know. Right. You can whenever as humans we lie to anybody, we just think यार मैं पकड़ा ना जाऊँ. But आप already पकड़े जा चुके, because your brain already knows. Right. Your memory knows, and you have to live with that memory. Right. So take that seriously. Next is comparison on social media, which you have already covered, because there are already people who are doing better. Right. Be it money, be it number of followers, be it likes, be it anything. Right. Social media सही है, inspiration लो. Learn things, take inspiration, but don't compare your life with others, because no one has lived the struggles you have lived. Right. It's as simple as that, and you haven't lived struggles of others. Right, and Instagram is just a highlight reel, and that is what. Next, last but not the least, is wrong people and wrong company. If you are with wrong people, they won't ever let you rise. Right. They would support you when you are not doing anything. Right. But once you start doing stuff, they would stop supporting you, because you remind them of the their failure because they did not work on their dreams.
Yes.
So whenever you notice you are working on your dreams and you are succeeding, you'll see some of your friends would like start stopping you directly, indirectly in their jokes. You'll start noticing some negative vibe. It's not about you, it's about them not living up to their dreams. So always surround yourselves with people who all actually want to see you win, who actually uplift you, who actually are winning in their own life also. Because if someone is not winning in their own life because of their own actions, that person would always try to drag you down to keep you at the same level. So keep that in mind, and all these things would avoiding all of these things would make sure your confidence is intact.
Definitely. And for the last point, sometimes, so this is something that I've realized in last few years. I used to be very harsh at looking when I used to look at my circle कि यार इसने कुछ भी नहीं किया अभी तक अचीव नहीं किया 4 साल हो गए 3 साल हो गए and he's asking me he's trying to drag me back. So rather than putting them in that negative frame of mind with yourself ki they might be dragging you down, if that doesn't work for you, you can change the mindset as to they might love you and they might not be able to accept you
100%.
changing according to your goals, your dreams, which is taking your time away from them.
Yes.
So but again at the same time, it does decrease your confidence because they will always have a huge role to play in all the actions, all the thoughts that you're having, because you will be spending a lot of time with them. And there might come a point in your life where to just get that confidence back, or just to make sure that you are confident about your goals and stuff, you might have to maintain certain distance and boundaries from them.
Yes. And the thing is, guys, this is not conscious. Subconscious है, वो कोई जान के नहीं कर रहा है.
Yes, yes.
Because whenever someone does anything wrong,
Yes.
simple सा quote है यार, hurt people hurt people.
Right.
Right? So just keep that in mind, and just be nice to them, because they are not intentionally doing that. It's just that they might be going through a lot of stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
Abhinav, how do we level up our confidence?
All right. So this is something I was really looking forward to. Things that increase your confidence, and सबसे पहला will be your favorite one, and that is competency.
Yes.
Right? Skill set. कोई भी काम करना चाहते हो, not feeling enough confidence. The number one thing that you can do to get confident in that particular thing, in that field or work, become competent. Means get the skill sets that are required to execute that action, that work, that business, or that relationship, whatever it is. Become competent and your confidence will naturally go higher. And I think Yash will be able to tell you better how scientifically this has actual effect on you.
साइंटिफिक बात नहीं करूँगा, एलेक्स हॉर्मोजी को फॉलो करता हूँ. उनका एक कोट है दैट हिज कोट इज अबाउट दैट यू डू नॉट बिकम कॉन्फिडेंट बाय शाउटिंग अफर्मेशंस इन द मिरर.
Yes.
You become confident by having undeniable proof of what you have done in the past. Right. So start building that undeniable proof. Right. Because in the end, see, there's something called imposter syndrome, which is common amongst all humans.
Yes.
All of us feel underconfident and all of us feel incomplete
Yes.
because of this. But how can you hack that?
Yes.
It's like by having undeniable proof of what you have done in the life.
Right.
So start building that undeniable proof, and it does not have to be big achievements. Right? आपका goal है कुछ बहुत high goal है.
Right.
Your undeniable proof can be as simple as I was consistent in the last 3 days. I did not make any fake promise to myself in the last 2 weeks. Right? I've made this progress. Right? Over time ये proof इतना ज़्यादा stack up हो जाएगा because time flies. So इतना stack up हो जाएगा that your confidence would be undeniable, and your proof comes with what? It comes with you building skills that is called your competence. Right. So competence, confidence, and undeniable proof, and you become untouchable when it comes to your own thing. And even you won't have to prove yourself to the world because you have proof. You don't have to say कि यार मैं ये बंदा हूँ. People can see it via who you have become, what you have achieved.
Right. I always have this 4-step cycle on getting results or getting better at anything that you want in life. And the first step is becoming competent. You become competent at something, you gain more confidence. You gain more confidence, you start taking more action. You start taking more action, you start getting more results. To get more results, you go back to competency. So this is a 4-step formula that I wrote for myself, I think when in 2015, and I was going through some these self-help books. So I always remember this whenever I'm trapped in any kind of moment where I am trying to figure out a lot of things in my work and stuff. I always ask myself, ये जो dimension है जिसमें मैं अच्छा करना चाह रहा हूँ, I want to do good in this particular field, am I competent enough to reach the level that I'm trying to? And if the answer is no, I always go back to the basics, get those skill sets, get that thing done, and the results, they come by. And I'm looking for more results by increasing my skill sets more and more. And also it's a simple thing. आपको अगर let's say for example आपने MMA के fighters हैं, कोई भी like any sport that you want to play, the first day you will never feel confident, right? Even if you join an MMA class, if you are training with a coach, because I did in 2021, so I can experience. Confident तब नहीं feel होता, बोलता है ये पड़ेगा मुक्का इधर से ही पड़ेगा. एक हफ्ते की क्लास के बाद यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग दैट कॉन्फिडेंस, यू नो, एंड दैट इज़ नॉट बिकॉज कि आप कुछ ज़्यादा यूज टू हो गए उस पर्टिकुलर चीज़ को लेके. यू हैव बिकम मोर कॉम्पिटेंट नाउ. यू नो कि अगर उधर से एक जैब आ रहा है, यू नो हाउ टू डाइवर्ट बैक एंड हाउ टू गिव दैट हुक एंड स्टफ. सो दिस इज द बेस ऑफ getting confident in anything. Have skill set, build skill set, become more competent, and confidence will start flowing easily and very effortlessly.
Bro, आपने ये बहुत अच्छा point करा कि after a while we gain the courage,
Yes.
where we can take more action.
Yes.
Right. So understand, guys. This is something called the butterfly effect. Butterfly effect simple is that, you know, if you are able to do first 15% of something efficiently, next 85% takes care of itself. Right. So even when, you know, talking about a body transformation, I just tell my clients, just focus for next 3 weeks. Everything else would be done. Right. So focus on first 15% because that would also build your confidence in the back end कि यार मैंने अब इतना कर लिया. Same goes for the MMA thing. 7 days चले गए, आपको पता है यार मैंने 7 days survive कर लिया, 8th day मैं कर लूँगा. Irrespective of the skill. So great point, bro.
Brilliant. So the second thing would be failures. Now, not in a very hocus pocus way ki, you know, failures are stepping stones to success, because there's just one life, there's limited amount of opportunities, limited amount of chances. Lesser failures you go through, more successes you will have, more wins you will have, and more success you will have. But when I say about failures, how they can increase confidence is, for example, you made sure that whatever amount of competency you needed, you did that. Because in a lot of circumstances, I always say life is very subjective. You can have the best plan in the world, you can have the best, you know, directions or mentors and everything, but there are so many things that are happening in life, in the world, that are not in your control. And probably when you had everything on point, in sequence, and you were expecting the result that you were expecting, something out of the blue can happen which might turn it into another thing. You know, which might take it to another direction, and जो आप सोच रहे थे कि होगा वो नहीं हुआ है. And we consider that as a failure. So always recheck whenever you have a failure. See, क्या वो failure इसकी वजह से है कि आप में skill set कम था, right? या आपका luck खराब था, right? Sometimes, and failures, I think more than I use the wrong word failure. I would say rejection. That is also another word that you can say. If you were rejected, even after giving it your all, you gave your 100% that you could have done. Let's say 10 दिन में exam की तैयारी करनी, and you gave all that you could do. That will still increase your confidence. Like that all those skill sets that you've acquired, or all that, you know, preparation that you've done, it will, again, neuroplasticity, you will always hold on to that. And the next time when you're going and trying this out, it will be much effortless, easier, and it will make you more confident in going for that activity or whatever work that you want to do.
100%.
Right. The last one will be emotional intelligence. Like learning how to manage and channelize your emotions has given me so much of confidence in life. Because अगर आप emotionally ही नहीं अपने आप को control में कर सकते, and confidence कहाँ से आएगा? Like you are going, let's say if you are out with a loved one, or you are dating someone, and अगर आपको पता है कि, you know, you don't have control over your anger and you can lash out at any point of time, it will automatically decrease your confidence. Same with work. You are working with your team. You know, if you really want to handle them in an efficient manner, and if you want everyone to respect you, of course, respect gives the confidence. Emotional intelligence is very important, and I think practices like meditation, right? This can help you to become emotionally intelligent, manage your emotions. So yeah, like I think these 3 points I would suggest if anyone is looking to increase their confidence.
Yes, talking about emotional intelligence, keep in mind कि discipline is also part of it.
Yes.
Right? Because most of us are actually running on motivation. Right? कि आज motivated है, सब कुछ सही है, कल mood नहीं कर रहा, काम करना बंद. Right? So keep that in mind. This is also, you know, controlling your emotions. आज mood नहीं है, I don't care because my goals don't know. It's a Sunday. My goals don't care about my mood. And that would change the game.
Right. Perfect. I think it's your
Okay, my turn.
Your
Okay, so
turn.
top things to level up your confidence. Number one, full ownership for your goals and your life. Right? Whenever we do not reach our goal or whenever we are not in a pleasant state in our life, we always think about, pointing fingers at others. That, okay, my exam did not go well. My girlfriend, my ex left me.
Right.
Okay, this is not right. My genetics. It's easy for you. It improves your life short term, but long term, what is happening? Who is not improving? It's you. So instead of waking up and blaming fingers at others, wake up and always use the word my fault. Wake up and look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can I improve? How can I level up? Because whatever you do in your life, whatever you do or whatever you don't do in your life, you can always find someone to blame, some situation to blame. Okay, आज podcast नहीं हो रहा यार, weather अच्छा नहीं है, right? But in the end, it would be bullshit, right? Next is complaining. Complaining is very similar, but whenever you're complaining, that shows you don't have ownership for your goals. Right. A lot of times there would be others around or the situation which is not favorable. But if you are just making your life easier by blaming it on others, that means you're not taking full ownership for your goals. And another pointer in this would be victimization.
Right.
That means get out of that victim mindset. Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through a lot of stuff. You would have gone through a lot of stuff, but staying in that victim mode is not improving your life. If it helps you improve your life, that's good, but it doesn't help anybody.
Right.
Next is honest feedback loop with self, friends and family. It starts with self. That means you should be knowing where you stand in your life. That means the truth. अगर ownership नहीं है, victimization चल रही है, blame कर रही है वो, you would never understand how can I improve. Right? Life is all about improvement. Confidence is all about being the person who you can be. Right? Most of the times we are underconfident when we know I'm capable of this, but you are not putting in the work. So create a honest feedback with yourself and your friends and family. That means your friends and family should be allowed to speak the truth. They should be allowed to point finger at you. And this is something which I'm very lucky about. My parents have always been very honest. They don't bullshit me no matter what. As a matter of fact, I know they are always there to support me. But when I'm wrong, they simply tell me, this is something which can improve.
Right.
This is something which you can do.
Beautiful.
Right? Same goes about my relationship with my partner. I know if I'm going to her with the feedback, asking for feedback, I would get the truth no matter what. She obviously quotes that in good words. Obviously, it's not like straightforward, which might hurt me, but it's always the truth. So have a circle around you who tell you the truth, who are not just cheerleading.
Right.
You need cheerleading, but you need honest feedback also. They should be telling you where you are goofing up, and again it starts with you accepting, because I'll give you an example. Your friend today tells you that okay, you did wrong thing, and you shout at your friend. Your friend won't ever give you an honest feedback ever. Right. Your friend would be like, mera kya ja raha? It doesn't matter, right? Next is understanding that you are a human and it's okay to fuck up. Everyone makes mistakes. It's like, just learn from your mistake. Do not repeat it. Take ownership for it. Again, everything is boiling down to ownership. Ki yaar, ownership lo. If you're making a mistake, just ask yourself, okay, today I fucked up. How can I be better tomorrow? And just work on that. Again, is wale part mein bhi, whenever you're making a mistake, do not think about blaming it on others or blaming it on the situation. Just ask yourself, okay, others might be at fault, but what is my fault? What can I improve in future? And just allow yourself to be yourself and making mistakes, because humans make mistakes. Stupid humans repeat mistakes. Smart humans improvise from their mistakes. So be a smart human. And last but not the least, fix your lifestyle and addictions, because whenever you're going through any addiction in your life, we have a full-fledged episode on that. Ask yourself, what part of your life is it fulfilling? That means that is missing. Try to fix that. Try to work on that. And see what is awesome about the addiction you have. What relief are you getting from the addiction? Whatever relief you are getting from your addiction is what is missing in your life. So start working on that. And as we always say, work on your health, wealth, relationships and spirituality. And that's what we are working on at Being Men.
Perfect.
And
thank you so much, Yash. I think that was very enlightening for all the viewers that were watching. So I hope, guys, you enjoyed the episode, especially the last part. I enjoyed it a lot. And please let us know in the comment section what all things you learned from this. And we are going to see you in the next episode. with Yash and myself. Till next time, keep going, keep growing stronger.
See you soon.